Joining us now is Battalion Head Coach Ryan Olahan and Liam Arnsby. Coach, you now return home for Game 7, back-to-back Game 7 series now in the playoffs. How confident are you in your team's ability to get the job done tomorrow night?
Well, it just means we get to have more fun. I mean, that's the biggest thing. We knew it was going to be a tough task here today to, come into their building. They played a heck of a hockey game. Tip your cap to them. And we knew we were going to see the best version of them. So this is why you do the best you can in the regular season to try to finish as high as you possibly can to be in a situation where you can play Game 7 at home. So we're looking forward to that.
Liam, Game 7 tomorrow night, back at home with all of your fan base supporting you. What's the mindset for you heading into that game?
I think just get on them early. As you said, our fan base is going to be huge tomorrow, and the quicker we get them in the crowd, it'll be a fun of a game.
Opening up questions to the floor.
Ryan, just talk about sort of the swings in momentum that happened with you guys trailing, then going ahead, and then conceding the tying goal so quickly after, and then obviously the overtime.
You know what? I just thought it was a game where they played really, really well, and we knew that was going to happen. We hung in there. That's how I could explain kind of this game. We were kind of just trying to limit the high-risk, high-end scoring chances and kind of hang around, and we found a way to kind of score some goals and be in the hockey game and have that lead. But, I mean, I didn't really feel like there was many momentum shifts. I just thought, they were playing really well the whole way, and, we were trying to steal one.
And just talk about that final goal and what you saw unfold there.
Overtime, it kind of happens. We came down on a good rush. Bouncing puck came out. We kind of took our chance, so to speak. I mean, that game could have been over there. They blocked a really good shot, and they go down on a 2-on-1. So oftentimes that happens. You get a chance, they get a chance. Who's going to score on it? And they were able to finish it. And
Liam, just talk about the shift between the mindset of being so close to going to the final and now having to go to a Game 7.
I don't know. I think just kind of got to keep it the same. The farther we go, I don't think much really changes. Just execution and be more prepared.
Ryan, everything you said about fast starts has held true. Everything you said about teams surging back has held true. The key to fast starts, you guys had one in North Bay. The Petes had one tonight. What have you noticed that's led to these?
Well, I think you just see a team come out extremely prepared. I mean, every game's a little bit different. Tonight, they're desperate. I mean, they're in a corner and they're in a must-win situation. I could tell right away that, they're playing their big boys quite a bit early on, and that's what they're supposed to do. It was a must-win. So I think just that's kind of how it's drawn out here. It's going to be a completely different game tomorrow. Every game's taken on a different story on its own, and that's what we'll expect.
And for you, Liam, just to follow up, as the captain, is there any way that the preparation for the game changes for your group?
Maybe just keep it the same. It's worked for us the whole season and really in the playoffs, and we've been in a Game 7 before. So just going to keep it the same and take it shift by shift tomorrow.
Thank you.
Coach, can you just talk about the fight back of your team tonight? 2-0, Peterborough has the power play, chance to go up 3-0. Bloom goes down, gets the shorthanded goal, and then you get the goal right before the end of the period. Can you just talk about, being able to get those two big timely goals and get yourself back in that game when Peterborough could have easily been up 3 or 4-0 at that point?
Yeah, again, I felt like we kind of hung around, and was in a situation where if you get one, we're right back in the hockey game. They obviously came out extremely hard in the first period, and when they got those first two, I was kind of thinking, if we could keep them to 2 in that first, get to the second, might be able to make this a hockey game. So, we found a way to kind of do that, and unfortunately transpired at the end, and it's no big deal.
And one more for you, Coach. Without Pasquale Zito in the lineup, what kind of, just an X factor does he bring to the lineup when he's in there, winning the Western Conference with the Windsor Spitfires last year, went to Niagara. You guys acquired him at the trade deadline. Just talk about what he's meant to your lineup and how things change with him not in there, with the way that he plays a 200-foot game and goes to the front of the net and really just grinds it out.
I honestly can't explain it even better than you just did there. That's exactly him. He's done it all year, and when we picked him up, that was the thing we loved, was the experience factor. And he's even elevated and raised his game in the playoffs here. So, of course, we miss him. Now saying that, our group, it's we've been kind of hit with the injury bug all season long, so it's something that we're used to, and guys are able to step up. The line combinations you see me using tonight are things that we've used before in the past, and guys are comfortable doing that. So we just keep moving ahead.
Liam, Coach, thank you. We'll be joined by the Petes momentarily. Joining us now is Pete's head coach, Rob Wilson, and Brennan Othman. Coach, obviously a crucial win for your team tonight. What was the message before the game to your guys, knowing how important this game would be to stay alive in this series?
What we talked about, sticking to the process. We made a couple of adjustments we thought that we needed to make to our game, but just sticking to the process and making sure that we came out the right way and had a good start. And it wasn't really about getting the first goal; it was just a good start. And we didn't play well in North Bay, and that's credit to them. But we really didn't play well in Game 5, and I think we owed ourselves a game. And I thought we played extremely well tonight. And the message for our group was stick to it and go out and battle and give everything you got.
Brennan, keeping your team alive, pushing a Game 7 with a key assist in the game. Can you run us through that final moment?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was Tucker or Smith, and it was a great block shot in our own end, and that's what you need when you need to win playoffs. I mean, you can score the big goal or get the big assist, but I don't think that block's going to go. No one's going to talk about that, but that was a great block by either Tuck or Smitty, and I just got the puck on the boards. And when you have a good shooter like Hazy on the other side, you kind of got to trust him, and he's got a great shot, so I just trusted him, and he put it in the back of the net.
Yeah, Rob, talk about the fight back of your team after giving up that goal to fall down 3-2.
Yeah, same sort of message that we talked about before. We actually felt really good about our game, and we talked about maybe being a little bit more aggressive after they scored with our D and committing a lot of guys to the puck, and we talked about a few things off draws, and I always say, and I'm a big believer in it, and big players make big plays in big moments, and Otter and Hazy are big players, and they made a big play in a big moment. And I think Otter made the play to Sam Maé to get the tying goal as well. And I'm a firm believer in that. Those guys are the ones that when the chips are down or when your backs are against it, if anyone's going to get you out of that or get you the win, it's going to be those guys. And that's what happened tonight.
Brendan, talk a little bit about, well, first of all, just was there any thought of shooting there or just sort of your mindset as you were going through that play? And also just how much of a factor being at home tonight was in this overall scheme of things? Yeah,
obviously in the back of my mind, I think I'm a shoot first guy, but seems this year I've been doing more passing, so I just trusted my passing, and obviously I would love to shoot it, but like I said, you see 2-9 over there, and he's Hayes, so I mean, you give him the puck and he's going to put it in the back of the net. And obviously being at home, this crowd's great, and obviously we would love to be here for Game 7, but we want to be up in North Bay, so it's going to be a good game up in North Bay. But the fans obviously gave us a lot of momentum and a lot of confidence, just as their fans do. So the fans were great tonight, and Hazy had a great goal.
And Rob, just a word about Game 7. It obviously didn't go the way you wanted up there last time around. Why will it be different this time?
We'll be a totally different team. We will not be playing the same way we played last time. And I know that. And I know North Bay is going to bring their very best. They're a great hockey team. They got a lot of character. They play very hard. This is going to be an extremely tough game for both teams. And both teams are going to battle, and it'll be a great Game 7. So I'd like to mention one thing, though. We talk about Hazy's goal. I want to talk about his block in the third period. In the shorthanded, he makes a massive block, which people won't realize. But we're down 4-2 if he doesn't, and he doesn't get that goal. So those are the big things as Otter was addressing the winning goal with the block. That was a massive block, and those are the things that get you over the hump or make the opportunity to win these games. And it was a massive play in that third period, and we went out and we executed in overtime, and now we're going into Game 7.
The team bus was parked in an unfamiliar spot today out on display for everybody at the front of the Peterborough Memorial Center parking lots. Was that by accident, or was it intended to send some sort of message to your group?
Nothing's by accident, Dan. No, we're going to North Bay. We said it this morning. We're going to North Bay. So that was our mindset. Nothing was changing. Guys brought their suitcases to the rink. We're going to North Bay, and that was it. And that's what we said we were doing. So the bus, I wanted the bus here. Mike arranged for it to be here nice and early, and we're ready to go.
Thank you.
Coach, can you talk about if there's anything that you needed to say to the guys as far as at that 10-minute mark of the third period, you needed the goal to tie it, and then you get it, or anything you needed to say in the intermission going into overtime as well? Is there, at either of those moments, was there something that you had to let the group know, or they knew the magnitude of this game?
Yeah, I mean, both teams did. And like I said, you know, they're a phenomenal hockey team over there, and they had their night in Game 5, and we had our night tonight. And I just said to the boys again, you know, you stick to the process, believe in what we're doing, believe in our structure, believe in your teammate, believe in the brother beside you, and let's go get it done. And that's what they did.
And a quick follow-up, you put 44 shots on DiVincentis tonight, but 0 for 4 in the power play. Is something right now with the power play that you need to address going into tomorrow as an area that you really want to improve on if you're going to win that game tomorrow night in Game 7?
Well, you could be at 50%, and the coach is always going to want the power play to be better. That's just the way it is. I have to admit, their goaltender was outstanding tonight, and full credit to him. And he made some unbelievable saves. And on the power play, I thought we had some great looks on the power play, and he got Tucker. He came across on Tucker on a 1T and he made an outstanding save. So I liked the looks on our power play tonight. I thought we had really good looks. I think he just played a great game.
And one for Brennan. You're going to Game 7 for the second straight year in the conference final. Obviously, you want to come out on the winning end this year, but is there anything that you're going to plan on addressing to the guys as far as, you know, preparation for Game 7 mentally, getting ready for that game tomorrow? And is there anything that you really need to bring up to them to get ready for that game?
No, I don't think so. I think everyone knows what's at stake. You know, we've come this far. We've built what we've built, and I said it after Game 2 up in North Bay. I mean, you only get this chance maybe once in your OHL career, right? And I'm lucky enough to go back to a conference final, Game 7, and try to redeem myself. And Hazy and Whitey played in a Game 7 in the finals, and they were in the conference finals. So we're three guys that are lucky enough to go this far in a conference final or a final. And so I guess that's maybe what's going to be talked about. But I don't think I need to say anything. I don't think Rob needs to say anything to the boys. I think everyone knows what's at stake. And like Rob said, we said this morning we were going up to North Bay, no questions asked. So we brought our stuff, and everyone knew we were going up there. So yeah, I don't think much has to be said.
We'll be back for Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals tomorrow night in North Bay.
Thank you.